Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to another one of my videos. Also, thank you so much for all the new subscribers that I've had recently. I'm so grateful for you guys. So excited for you to get to know me through my videos. If you could tell from the title, today we're doing a video on tips and tricks that I use to avoid under eye creasing, which as we know can destroy the most beautiful of looks. So if you'd like to learn a few of those techniques, then please keep watching. As you can tell, I don't have concealer underneath one of my eyes because I want to show you the techniques that I use to help me get a creaseless under eye. So before I do that, I'm going to talk about the products that I use. So the first product is Tarte Shape Tape, of course, just like everybody else. I love it, but there's a reason everybody loves it, and that's because it truly is the best on the market that I've tried so far. There are some ones that are close. On more natural days, I use this Soft Matte Complete Concealer by NARS. Mine's in the shade Custard. I love it. It's super beautiful, especially for when you're trying to conceal like pimples on your face. I find it works really well. Yes, but my go-to for underneath my eyes is Shape Tape, and the reason for that is, for me, it creases less, it sits beautifully on the skin. It's a little bit tricky to work with. Because I've watched so much YouTube, I naturally assumed that I had to draw these giant triangles underneath my eye, and with this type of product, because it's so full coverage, it's thick, it was just too much. It was making my under eyes, which are naturally like just the shape of my eyes, I have a lot of creasing under my eyes, so it would just make it 1,000 times worse. What I've found with the Shape Tape is less is more. Don't listen to all the Instagram little makeup videos and the people on YouTube. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they have filler underneath their eye. Like, I have no idea. But like, if I put that amount of Shape Tape underneath my eyes, good Lord, like it would look like elephant skin, seriously. And another thing that's super important is the setting powder you use. So I've tried a bunch. I've tried the Laura Mercier that everybody uses. That was like a cult favorite for so long. I'm really interested in trying the Hourglass one because I hear it's just so beautiful, and I love Hourglass products, so I can only imagine. But my go-to powder above all other powders is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. And guys, like, I don't even think there's something as good as this. Like, the way this is so finely milled, you can put pounds and pounds of it on your skin and it does not look like your face is powdered. And that's why this is what I go to when I want to have that extra creaseless, perfectly set under eye. Another product that I do use sometimes, well, obviously my go-to tool is a beauty blender for applying my concealer. I think that it just perfectly finesses out the product and soaks up enough that it'll ensure that you're not getting a buildup of product, which causes the creasing, right? So yes, I always use a beauty blender, and I actually use two. I use one for actually blending out the concealer, and the second one I dip directly into my powder here, which, even though I just bought, is already hitting pan, which is the only annoying thing about this powder. It's very expensive and it does finish fast. I literally rub in there with a beauty blender, but that's why I have two separate ones. So I rub in there and stamp with a beauty blender when I do want to set. We can jump right into the technique. So like I said, less is more. And my Shape Tape, if I didn't mention, is in light medium. So I will show you, I barely put any on. Like, I mean, I will put on this much and only in the darkest part. So pretty much that's it. That's it. Any more than that and I start looking really elephant skinny and it's just not pretty. Before I blend this out, I want to explain that right after I blend it out, I go directly in with the powder. I don't leave too much of the space of time in between, because if you do, you're gonna get creases. I go in really, really quickly with the powder. The faster you go in with the powder, the less likely you're going to get creasing. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So again, I'm going to pat this out just like that with my beauty blender. And really get in there. Make sure you get out all those little creases. And then before I go in with the powder, what I do is I turn the beauty blender on its butt. I call it like the backside of the butt, and I will literally just stamp really lightly on top of that, just to make sure I'm not getting any extra product. And then I will quickly go in with my powder. Another trick if you find you're heavy-handed with your powder and it's looking really cakey when you put it on is to have an extra wet beauty blender, because that's gonna soak up and just deposit just the perfect amount of product for you. We're gonna go in and quickly do that. Once I've laid down the powder, I'm gonna turn it to a side that I didn't use and just again go over top of that. Now, say you've come here and you're like, well, I like my under eye, but it's looking a little creasier than I want it to look. What you can do is grab any setting spray. For this, I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and just not hose down, but give it a good couple sprays, your beauty blender. And then you're gonna pat the back of your hand, like just so that a little bit of the extra comes off. And looking down, just go right on top of that. And what that's gonna do is if there was any creasing, it's gonna take it right off. You can see it right there. It just looks so much better. And yeah, those are the tips and tricks that I use to ensure that I don't get creasy under my eyes. So I hope this video helped you. I hope you learned a thing or two about how to avoid creasing under your eyes. It's such a look killer. So it's really awesome to be able to find something that works for your skin and works for you. And yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Please let me know which video you'd like to see next. I love recording for you guys. And yeah, bye.